All right, everybody. Good morning. Channels Natural Juicer Nolan. How's everybody doing this morning, afternoon, evening, dinner time, whatever time you decide to watch this? I hope you guys are doing well. I know I'm doing well, so I hope everybody else is doing well. Um, but there is something that I've been getting questions on constantly. I think since I started this channel, 6, 7 months ago. And I only have 160 some subscribers after that long. But hey, this is that low key channel. You know, that low key channel. Hey, you know that channel? Yeah. This is the channel you get behind the liquor store. No, I'm just joking. It's a low key channel. That's what it is. But anyways, let's see here. 6 o'clock in the morning, so I got a little bit before I go to work. And while my meals are cooking, I figured why not make a video. And I was waking up to do a shot, and I was thinking what syringe I was going to use. And I figured, well, let's talk about syringes. Again. Now, there will be really three types actual plungers, syringes, and then I'm going to show you two types of needles. Yeah, only two and two. Actually, there'll be three types of plungers. Excuse me. And let's start with the smallest one. You have a cc is an ml. So 1 ml is 1 cc. So if it says 0.1 or 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, so on, all the way up to 0.9 and then 1 ml, that 0.5, that's a half a cc. 0.8, that's 80% of a syringe. If you have it down all the way at the 0.2, that's going to be 20% of the syringe. Okay, guys? So that'll be pretty much, yeah. Anyways, now that is on a regular syringe. I also have another 1 cc. Now this is an insulin syringe, so they go by units. When you go by units, it'll say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 100 units. 100 units is 1 cc. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but 100 is right at the top. So if I pulled this plunger all the way to the top, that's going to be 1 cc. There's a 50 halfway down there. If I push it to the 50, then that's a half a cc or a half an ml. A milliliter is the same thing as a cc. So let's recap on these. 1 cc is 100 units. Half a cc is 50 units. Units are considered just the same thing as going 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, that type of thing. Okay. Going on to the next one, the main one, the 3 cc's, or the 3 ml, however you want to call it. There'll be numbers, half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. It's exactly what it is. You bring it to the half, that's a half a cc or a half an ml. You bring it to the 1, half an ml, half a cc, or excuse me, if you bring it to the 1, it'll be a 1 cc or a 1 ml. You bring it all the way to the 3, that's a 3 cc shot. That's a 3 ml shot. Okay, guys, these are the easy, the 3 ml ones are the easiest in my opinion, because you know exactly where you're going. They have lines in between So if I wanted to do 3/4, I could push the plunger just below the one, and that would be a 3/4 shot. So it's very easy to distinguish. Now the next one I have, now this is a 10. Nobody would use a 10. I just got this because actually I bought it for Halloween because I went as Dexter. Normally there'd be a 5. And a 5 would be the same thing. So disregard the 10. Imagine this is a 5cc syringe. If it was a 5, it'd be 1cc, 2, 3, 4, all the way back would be 5. Or 5 mLs. cc is an ml. I'm going to keep repeating that because people seem not to understand that, which is okay. I understand it. Now, going to actual needles. There's 2 needles I use for the most part. I use a 21 gauge, like this, usually has a green tip. You'll say, I get a box of 100, and they'll be, it'll say 21 gauge 1 inch. 21 gauge 1 inch. It's enough to pull it out, but it's not enough to leave a giant gaping hole like an 18 gauge would. So 21. You can use a 22 as well. They just didn't have 22s when I was in there. To inject with 1 inch 25 gauge. 1 inch 25 gauge. All right. If you have, if you got some serious muscle tissue, not even that, but I remember when I started off, they wanted me to use these giant 1.5s. I mean, look at the difference between these two. I mean, that is a huge difference. You can use a 1.5. In my opinion, I think that's way overkill. An inch is plenty deep into that muscle. So, I've used 5/8, I've used quarter, or I've used 5/8, and I've used 1/2 inch. So, 1 inch to inject, 25 gauge, 1 inch to inject. To draw from your vial, 1 inch, 21 gauge. Now, you can also use, if you're going in the bicep or the tricep, something like that, then I would suggest using a 1/2 inch or a 5/8, and I would do that either as a 25 gauge or a 27 gauge. I've had good luck with 27 gauges in the biceps. Now the higher the gauge, the slower it will come out, but the smaller hole it will leave, the less damage it'll do. And at the end of the day, you're not leaving as much scar tissue. If you're when I very first started, I was using 22s. So, and they were like harpoons, A lot of people like to use 23s. That's fine. But an inch is fine. If you're going into your smaller muscle groups, like your biceps, your triceps, people do their traps. No less than a 25, and I would use no more than the 5/8 to inject into that. So, all right, guys. Natural Juicer Nolan. I hope you guys got something out of this. Be smart. Clean your area first. Do the injection. Afterwards, clean it again. If you have to, put a fucking Band-Aid on it. It doesn't make you a pussy. It makes you want to live a long time and not get an infection. So, until next time, Natural Juicer Nolan, this channel, and I better get ready for work, eat my meals, and so I can get my my workout on. Actually, I won't be able to work out till later anyway, so get my work done, then my workout on. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.